Welcome to another Chief of Staff coffee break. Today is all about bad behavior. It's a mistake to ignore problematic behavior. Stuff like lying, gossiping, sabotage, whether that's overt or subtle, territorial behavior, aggression, bullying, undermining, passive aggression. Fill in the blanks with your problematic behavior of choice, the ones that you're most concerned about taking root in your culture. But the reason why it's a mistake to ignore when you see signs of that is you've got to assume as a leader that what you are seeing is potentially only about 10% of how bad it actually is. People who get ahead by behaving badly, they are generally wise enough to show a different face upward than they show to those around them, and especially often to those below them. So when you see something, the first question that I like to ask myself is this something that is out of character for this person? In other words, am I shocked by what I just saw? Or am I kind of like, ooh, yeah, I can see that. If it doesn't seem wildly out of character to you, if you didn't see them apologizing for it, kind of rolling back from it, catching their mistake, if it instead felt like maybe the mask just slipped a little bit, you've seen things like this before. It was always small and subtle, but it's not out of character. That's a red flag. Leaders are often shocked to discover how someone on their team interacts with others, and nobody else around that person is at all shocked by that behavior. So think tip of the iceberg. You're only going to see a little bit here and there. So trust what you see probably runs deeper. And the thing about ignoring bad behavior is when people engage in it, they engage in it for a reason. Often it helps them advance. And when they advance through these nefarious means, they increase in boldness over time. And what's worse is they go on to hire people who will either mimic or worse, amplify those kinds of qualities. So it really becomes a kind of cancerous growth inside your team. And you will start to lose people who don't want to live like that, who don't want to work in an environment like that. You'll have no idea that this is what is going on. People will quietly leave and they'll tell you, oh, I just found another opportunity. Now it's just time for me to move on. Because most people don't like to speak negatively about their colleagues, even their colleagues who deserve it, don't want to tell you that. Or they think, you've seen little bits of it and you haven't done anything. So as a leader, I just want to assure you, you will lose far more than you can ever gain by letting that stuff slide, especially if you're letting it slide because you think, well, this person is a top performer. Even if they are a top performer, they almost certainly are reliant on other, even potentially better talent, plus having excellent peers. And all of those people around them, if they have options and they're not engaging in those kind of behaviors and they're not comfortable with those kind of behaviors, ultimately you're going to lose them one way or another. So if you have a behavior challenge on your team, you want to talk about it with someone who has been there, done that many times over, reach out to me, contact form on my website, happy to chat and see what's going on. Next time, we're going to talk about how you can go about interrupting bad behavior in the moment. So stay tuned for that.